Is it true Brian Clough tried to sign you?
I know, Jamie. He did, yeah. But I'll be on it half an hour telling you what happened. I mean, it's a long story, but
yes,
when I left, I was at Derby. Myself and Mark Wright were put up for sale by Robert Maxwell, and it was all bids in. It was like an auction, all bids in by June the 5th. And Graham Souness rang me at Liverpool manager and said, like, you know, make sure you speak to me before you sign for anybody. I'll make the last bid. So I spoke to Howard Kendall, I spoke to Howard Wilkinson, I spoke to Alex Ferguson on the phone. I met the other two. And then I got a phone call, Brian Clough wants to speak to me. So I ended up going to Alan Hill's house. It was unbelievable. Me and my agent, Kevin looked like, looked a bit like Robbie Coltrane. So Cloughie kept calling him a fat bee all the way through and a back foot. And he was giving me bunches of flowers and all sorts in the house. And eventually I got out of the house. I was in there 4.5 hours. And I got out of the house and the man's just a genius. I mean, I signed for Liverpool, but I would love to have played for him, you know, and Howard Kendall, to be fair. I would love to play for Howard Kendall as well, because Howard Kendall, the players loved the way he played football. He's another great manager. I think the two of them, Howard Kendall was a bit, yes, Brian Clough was definitely, yes. And I wonder now how we would get on if he was managing now. How we would get on with the players, because there's stories about him. Have you had Mark Crosley on yet?
Not yet. It's something we're looking at. It's something that we're talking about, because he played under him quite a few times, didn't he? Obviously with the Forest keeper.
He told me a story about Brian. Stuart Pearce got in the England squad, and his debut it was. So normally when you get back from international duty, the games used to be on a Wednesday night, and then you played on Saturday. So the international players had to be in at 11 o'clock Thursday morning, no matter what. After the game, find your way to Nottingham, 11 o'clock. So Alan Hill said to Cloughie, Stuart Pearce can't get back till 4. And he went, who does he think he is? Who does he think he is, Pearce? We're going to have to change everything for him. So he went, yeah, we're going to have to change. Like, okay then, 4 o'clock. So he walked into the dressing room. All the players were in. Pearcey sat there. And he walked in and he said, he had a Tesco bag in his hand with something heavy in it. And normally he had a ball and a towel. And he used to put the ball on the towel, pass the ball off the towel and say, keep the ball on the grass. Keep the ball. That's how we play, along the grass. And then he'd walk out. So he had this Tesco bag. He put the ball down and the towel. And he said, before we start, skipper, how do you think you played for England in midweek? He said, all right. He went, I thought you were rubbish. And he went, and by the way, lads, I'm a fraud. He's a fraud. So everybody's thinking, what's he on about? They're all looking round. And he went, what do you mean I'm a fraud? He said, last week's programme, my programme, Nottingham Forest, my programme, page 11, paragraph 4, Stuart Pearce Electricals. There's an advert. He said, yeah. He said, tell me what that's about. He said, well, Gaffer, when I was playing non-league, we had a family electrical business and I've kept it going. He went, so if my Barbara loses a light bulb in our bathroom and she rings that number, is Stuart Pearce going to come change the light bulb or somebody else? He went, well, it's my brother. He goes, well, you're a fraud. You're a fraud, son. So he walks over to him with a Tesco bag and he pulls out an iron. You know, an iron you iron your clothes with.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're that good an electrician. Repair Barbara's iron by Saturday, or you're not playing. He did, and put it on his desk.
Brilliant.
But if you get Mark Crosley on, he was involved in most of them.
Oh yeah. Well, we've got Stuart Pearce on Halloween, so I might ask him himself.
Yeah, I mean, he'd have some great stories. You know, as I said, I wish I'd signed for him. I ended up signing for Liverpool, and what a club!